This one was shocking. I was very logged off. I saw this the next day. I was like, Brian Brooks quit? That is highly notable and strange. That is bizarre. This is the former banking regulator under the previous US administration who had gone to Binance US, the American offshoot of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, in a bid to sort of really step up Binance US's presence within the crypto market. And he abruptly announced his departure on Twitter. It was confirmed that it was indeed him and not some Twitter hacker spreading disinformation. Brian Brooks has quit. He cited strategic differences with the organization, but beyond that, little is known, and everyone is like, yo, what is the real story? So let's go around and figure this out. We'll get to the real story. I really want to know if anyone has heard anything about this. Anna, I see your hand is up. Let's give it to you first.
I just wanted to say that Binance US is such a mysterious place that CEOs tends to kind of disappear without any apparent outspoken reasons. Let's see, the previous CEO of Binance US, Catherine Coley, she disappeared even more mysteriously than Brooks. Brooks at least tweeted something and like hinted at some difference, at some strategic differences, while Catherine Coley is nowhere to be found. And some people just recently were like, where's Catherine Coley? Is she like, okay? Like what happened? She was replaced so quickly and so silently without any explanation. And now there's Brian Brooks also leaves, and there is no explanation either. And one just, might wonder what's going on in that entity. I mean, something's going on in Binance in general, obviously. But because all the regulators around the world obviously, kind of woke up one morning and realized, oh my God, we have Binance, we have we got to do something about it. But because, the United States is such a particularly strict area of regulation, obviously being ahead of Binance in US is a tough job. So I don't know, like if anybody has any insights, but we can only guess what's going on there. There might be some, a story for a exciting TV series, maybe.
So I can offer two things. One, to just close the loop on the Catherine Coley issue. Based on what we know, she hasn't disappeared. We actually, it seemed like that for a while, but based on some deductive reasoning, people seem to have concluded that she has been maybe subject to a gag order or some kind of NDA because she might be in a conflict about the terms of her separation. And so that's the understanding on there. But it definitely does still speak to like organizational issues if they're, going through this. And the one piece of insight that I can only flag as a rumor, but one thing that I have heard is that Brooks actually wanted to run this company, actually wanted to be an acting CEO, but that the strategy behind his hiring may have been to use him as more of a figurehead, since he is a former regulator and carries a lot of weight in U.S. regulatory and legislative circles. But that because those two visions didn't align, that based on rumor, that might have been the root of this separation. Zach, you want to chime in?
It's remarkable because he had really embraced that role, and he had come out very publicly and enthusiastically about what Binance could be with a major hiring push, new products and services, and a seemingly grand vision for what their role could be in the market. For him to leave so promptly and in such short order, again, we're talking about a tenure of 4 months here, is really quite remarkable, and to my mind sort of speaks to the intensifying regulatory pressure that Binance writ large is facing. And, Brooks may have seen the writing on the wall as it related to that. But again, that's purely speculation. Naomi, I'll toss this to you. Really curious for your thoughts.
Yeah, I'll just echo what you're saying, Zach, because if you look at Brian's Twitter page, like a week ago, he just had this feature in Forbes where he was interviewed. As you said, he's super excited, has this vision for the future of what Binance is going to be. So I was shocked when I heard the news. I'm like, what? I was just reading about all the things he's going to do. And then he just, a few days prior, put out this article in Fortune where he says, don't fear DeFi. It could be less risky than traditional finance. It does seem like he's kind of shaking things up there. He's being very outspoken outspoken in favor of crypto. So yeah, very surprising and saddening to see him leave there. But his own tweet about this move, it says, exciting new things to come, exclamation mark. So we'll have to wait and see what all of that means. But yeah, I definitely think that it would be sad to lose him in the industry in general, given that he has been so outspoken about DeFi and, the need to shake up this industry in general.